Hello and welcome back. Welcome back to another edition of Cloverdale's Corner. My name's Cloverdale. I'm an English teacher. My job is to teach you English and your job is to learn the language. Your job is probably more complicated than mine, so let's start working. Let's get to work, okay? There is, there are, there was, there were, there will be, there could be, there should be, there may be, there may have been, there might have been, there could have been, there may have been. Who knows? Do you understand? Hay, hubo, habrá, habría, podría haber, ha habido, pudiera haber habido, podría haber habido, debería haber habido, debió haber. In Spanish, it's the same as in English. There are many ways to develop the concept of I. I means yo in English, but in Spanish the sound I. That sound has many different applications in English and in Spanish. That sound, the phonetic sound I. Ay, capitán. But in Spanish, the most important way is hay un bolígrafo en la mesa. There is a pen on the table. ¿No ves? There's a book in front of me. There's a camera in front of me. There's a camera between you and me. There is. Singular. Presente. Ahora mismo. There is a book on the table. There are, plural, two objects on the table in front of me. A book and a pen. That's very easy for you. And of course the question is there a book on the table? Yes, there is. Are there any objects? Inserto any en los plurales. Are there any objects on the table? Yes, there are. Okay, but that's very easy. That's for beginners. There is, there are. Okay. Now, in the past, there was, there were. Okay. Yes. Are there any objects on the table? No, there aren't. Were there any objects on the table a few seconds ago? Yes, there were. Yeah? Was there an elephant on the table? No, there wasn't. Was there a tiger on the table? No, there wasn't. Well, what kind of objects, plural, were there on the table? Well, there were two objects. There was a book and there was a pen. And what happened to them? Oh? They aren't on the table now. They were on the table, but they're not on the table now. They used to be on the table, okay, but they're not on the table anymore. Where are they now? They're on the floor. They're on the floor. And if I pick them up and put them back on the table, then they will be on the table. So in a few seconds, right now, there aren't any objects on the table. There were two objects, and in about 25 or 30 seconds, there will be two objects on the table again. Futuro. Hay, hubo, habrá. Hubo hace un momento dos objetos. Ahora hay dos objetos en el suelo, pero habrá dos objetos otra vez en la mesa en un momento. There will be. Okay, I'm picking up the book and putting it back on the table. Now I'm picking up the pen and putting it back on the table. Now there are two objects on the table again. There were two objects on the floor, but now there aren't. Now there are two objects on the table. Hay, hubo, o había. Había problemas ayer con el sistema nuevo. There were some problems yesterday with the new system. There is, there are, there was, there were. Okay? Future, there will be. There will be an important general election next week. There will be an important event tomorrow. Okay? Habrá. Pero también en el futuro, decís en castellano, va a haber, con H, va a haber. Va a haber una fiesta mañana por la noche. There is going to be. So, for the future, we have the going to future and the will future. There will be a party tomorrow. There is going to be a party tomorrow. What's the difference? Not much. It's not important. Don't worry about the difference, okay? There will be a party tomorrow. There's going to be a party tomorrow. However, if you are a purist, if you're a perfectionist and you want to know the difference, and you say, Chloe, I need to know, when should I use there will be, and when should I use there is going to be? You put me in a dilemma because I'm not completely sure. And it's not important. But if it makes you happy to know the nuance of difference, la matiz, the nuance of difference, there will be is probably subject to a condition, or it sounds more correct if you insert a condition. Okay? And that becomes the future conditional. There will be a party tomorrow if it doesn't rain. There will be a party tomorrow if we have enough money to buy wine and beer. Okay. Now, if the party is already planned and everything is in action, there's going to be. I call that el futuro intencional, es la intención. Okay? There's going to be a party tomorrow. Imaginemos que va a haber dos. Plural. There are going to be two parties tomorrow. One at my house and one at Jennifer's house. Mine will be better. Eh? There are going to be. Pero otra vez, para facilitar, there will be. Now, when you ask the question, ojo, be careful with your construction. Because I know very few Spanish people who construct the future correctly with haber. Will there be a party tomorrow? Will there be a party tomorrow if it doesn't rain? Yes, there will. There will be a party tomorrow if it doesn't rain. Is there going to be a party tomorrow? Yes, there is. In fact, there are going to be two. In Spanish, you don't make the plural. It's interesting. Spanish is interesting. I like Spanish in this way. You could say, mañana va a haber varias fiestas. Va a haber varias fiestas. Va a haber una fiesta en mi casa y va a haber otra en la casa de al lado. Va a haber dos fiestas. It's interesting. You can say, hay dos fiestas ahora mismo. Hubo dos fiestas ayer. Habrá dos fiestas mañana. Ha habido dos fiestas últimamente. Always in the singular is correct Spanish. But if you go to Valencia, if you're watching me from Valencia, or if you're living in Catalonia, or maybe in the Balearic Islands, a lot of people say van a haber. You say, habían dos fiestas ayer. Han habido muchas fiestas últimamente. It sounds funny to me in Spanish, but in English, it's the same way we pluralize with the verbo haber. There is a party now. There are two parties now, like you say in Levante and in the islands, okay? Now, there is a book on the table. There are two objects on the table. There was a book on the floor a few minutes ago. There were two objects on the floor a few minutes ago. There will be a class like this one next week. There are going to be at least 3 classes like this next week. There have been many classes like this up to now. Okay. There have been. Present perfect. Hasta ahora inclusive ha habido ya bastantes programas como este. Television shows. There have been several, or quite a few in fact, bastantes. There have been quite a few 20-minute English classes like this one up to now in this collection. Okay. There has been at least one about the conditionals. There has been, singular. There has been at least one, habido, singular, al menos uno, una clase sobre el condicional. Ha habido varias clases sobre el verbo to have. Y los levantinos diríais, han habido. Okay, but in English, there has been one class about the conditional, and there have been several classes about the verb to be. Okay, so there is a problem. There was a problem yesterday. There is going to be, or there will be, a problem tomorrow. There has been an important problem this week. Cuando uso el presente perfecto, siempre hago referencia a periodos de tiempo que no han terminado. Periodos de tiempo que siguen vigentes, que siguen en vigor. Periods of time that are still in force. En vigor, vigente, in force. So, this week hasn't ended yet. This week will end on Sunday. All right? So, there has been an important problem this week. Maybe it will continue next week. I don't know, but so far this week, there has been, singular, an important problem. ¿Cómo que uno solo? Ha habido varios. No, what do you mean one problem? There have been. Ya pluralizo y cambio de has, I have. There have been many problems this week. Okay, how many problems have there been? Well, this week there have been 7 problems. How many problems were there last week? Last week there were 6 problems. And in your opinion, since you're such an expert, how many problems will there be next week? Well, in my opinion, there will be 10 problems next week. Okay. How many problems were there last week? How many problems are there now? How many problems have there been hasta ahora, up to now this week? How many problems will there be next week? Okay. Hay un problema. There is a problem. Hay un problema. Is there a problem? Okay. Hubo un problema ayer. There was a problem. Hubo 2 problemas ayer. There were 2 problems. Hubo un problema ayer. Was there a problem yesterday? Hubo problemas ayer. Were there any problems yesterday? Habrá un problema mañana. Ya estamos en futuro. Will there be a problem tomorrow? ¿Habrá problemas mañana? Will there be any problems tomorrow? Con los plurales, cuando formulo pregunta, meto any. Y si es afirmativo, meto some. Vamos a ver. Sí, habrá un problema mañana. Yes, there will be a problem tomorrow. Yes, there will be some problems tomorrow. No, there won't be any problems tomorrow. Ya verás, there won't be any problems. There aren't going to be. Pasando al futuro a going to en vez de will. No va a haber ningún problema mañana. There isn't going to be a problem tomorrow. Digo, there isn't going to be a problem tomorrow. Ya verás. Seguro que no. Será un día libre de problemas. There isn't going to be a problem tomorrow. There aren't going to be any problems tomorrow. Eso es decir lo mismo, pero en singular o en plural. There isn't going to be a problem tomorrow. There aren't going to be any problems tomorrow. Why not? Porque últimamente no ha habido problemas y punto. Because lately, there haven't been any problems. Lately, there haven't been any problems. Every sentence I say includes there. In the affirmative, at the beginning, there is, there are, there was, there were, there will be, there is going to be, there are going to be, there has been, there have been, there could be, who knows? There may be, who knows? There might be, there should be, in my opinion. Debería haber. Always there, plus a form of the verb to be. Okay, strange, isn't it? It's like saying, allí hay, allí es un problema. There is a problem, literally. So, hay un problema, there's a problem. Hubo un problema, there was. Hubo 2, there were 2 problems. Mañana va a haber varios problemas. Tomorrow there are going to be several problems. Últimamente ha habido muchos problemas. Lately there have been many problems. No debería haber tantos problemas. There shouldn't be so many problems. In my opinion, there are too many problems. There shouldn't be so many problems with your English. Why are there so many problems with your English? In my opinion, there shouldn't be so many problems. English is not so difficult. And last year, there were a lot of problems with your English. What was the problem? Last year, there were a lot of problems with your English. And in my opinion, without any valid reason. So last year, there shouldn't have been so many problems. So I'm always using there, and then I'm conjugating the verb to be in simple ways and in more complex ways. If there were problems in your company last year, and in my opinion, those problems were not motivated by any specific reason, then I could say, in my opinion, there shouldn't have been so many problems last year with that new system. It's a very easy system to implement, and for some reason your company had all kinds of problems. Todo tipo de problemas. En inglés decimos todos tipos, todas clases de problemas. Last year, your company had all kinds of problems implementing that simple system, and I can't understand why. It doesn't make any sense to me. No tiene sentido. No me tiene sentido. It doesn't make any sense. There shouldn't have been so many problems. That's impersonal. If I personalize, I speak to you. You shouldn't have had, y cambio el verbo tener. No teníais que haber tenido tantos problemas. No debisteis de tener tantos problemas. You shouldn't have had so many problems. O impersonal. No debía haber habido. O no debió haber. There shouldn't have been so many problems last year. What was the problem with your company? Come on. It's easy to implement that new system. Okay. There was a problem yesterday. There will be a problem tomorrow. There has always been a problem with this system. There shouldn't be so many problems with this system. I don't understand why. It's an expensive system, but it's considered the best. There shouldn't be so many problems. There shouldn't have been so many problems in the implementation phase 2 months ago. Now we're in the operations phase. 2 months ago, we were in the implementation phase. Don't confuse phase with face. Okay? Spanish people have problems pronouncing phase because the z, that sound you don't have in the Spanish language. So, if you can't say phase, don't use the word, okay? Use stage, etapa, en vez de fase. The implementation stage, the operational stage. Now, we're having a lot of problems in the operational stage. I don't know why. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. There shouldn't be so many problems in the operational phase. Javier, why are there so many problems in the operational phase now? Well, it's because there were a lot of problems in the first stage, in the implementation phase. Really? Now that's strange. There shouldn't have been so many problems. There shouldn't have been any problems. It's very simple. The implementation stage is very simple. Maybe, but there were, in fact, a lot of problems. Well, there shouldn't have been. There shouldn't have been. No tenía que haber habido. There shouldn't have been. It doesn't make any sense. There shouldn't have been any in the implementation stage, and there shouldn't be so many now in the operational stage. Come on, you guys. Don't you know how to do your job? Come on. All right. And there may be, quién sabe, puede que vuelva a haber, there may be new problems in the future stages of this project. There may be, okay? In fact, there could be right now more problems than we really know. We have located or isolated at least 4 problems, but there could be more. And in the future, puede que haya muchos más. There may be even more in the future if we are not careful, if we cannot find the origin of the problems and solve them now. There may be. There is. Hubo, there was or there were. Habrá, there will be. Habría, there would be. Habido, there has been, singular. There have been, in the plural. Había habido. Ya había habido 3 explosiones antes de llegar yo. There had been. Debería haber, en mi opinión. There should be. Debe de haber más. There must be. Debe de haber una solución para esto. There must be a solution. I don't accept the fact that there isn't a solution. That's impossible. There must be a solution. There must be. Tiene que haber. There has to be. De hecho, tiene que haber 2 soluciones. There have to be at least 2 solutions. There must be is por narices tiene que haber. There must be a solution. Come on. Or there has to be a solution. There has to be a solution. Fijaos en la entonación, porque es un poco de exasperación. There has to be a solution. Come on. Pluralizando, there have to be several possible solutions to this. Or there must be. Must admite plural o singular. There must be several solutions, okay? Study, there is, there are, there was, there were, there will be, there could be, there should be, there might be, there may be, there has been, there have been, there could have been, podría haber habido. There may have been, who knows, but I don't know. And we'll come back to this. I could spend 5 years teaching you this. Maybe you will need 5 years to learn it. I hope not. I'll see you again very soon. Bye-bye. Hello and welcome back. Just a second. Okay, welcome back to another English class. Is this class useful? Is this class useful for you? Or is it useless? Is this class a waste of time? Is this class a waste of time? Una pérdida de tiempo. ¿Esta clase es inútil o es útil? Is this class, in your opinion, useful? Ojo, no digo useful. Son dos sílabas. Useful. Or the opposite. What's the opposite of useful? Useless. If this class is useful, continue watching. If this class is useless, turn off your computer or your television, okay? Turn it off because it's a waste of time. It's pointless for you to sit down and watch this program if you don't need to improve your English or if you don't want to improve your English. There are 2 reasons, in my opinion, for watching this, or perhaps 3. Reason number 1, you need to improve your English. So you spend money, you buy this DVD and the other accessories that go with this program, and you sit down, you listen to the CD, and you watch the DVD, and you read the book. Okay? That's one reason. Necessity. Need. What's the difference between a need and a necessity? Es una necesidad para mí. It's a need. Mis necesidades. My needs, my necessities. What's the difference? Nothing. But if you push me, if you are a purist and you want to know and you say, Cloverdale, please, I need to know exactly the difference between una necesidad, a need, and a necessity, then you're giving me a problem. And I think, okay, a need is anything you need. For example, a pen. If I don't have a pen to teach, no tengo mi varita mágica. My magic wand is missing. It's a need. I can't teach without my magic wand, which is a simple pen, all right? I hold it in my hand. It gives me security, okay? It's my pen. It's a need. It's not a necessity. Come on. Necessity, con doble S en medio, ojo. Necessity is normally basic, fundamental necessities in life. Food. I need to eat. If I don't eat, I die. It's a necessity. It's a basic necessity. Water. I need water. I can't live without water. It's a necessity. Okay? Shelter. Cobijo. Un techo. Something to protect me from the elements. Yes. Because if I live outside in the elements, I can live, but probably my life expectancy, esperanza de vida, will be less. Because to suffer the elements is not recommendable. Okay? It's a necessity. Shelter. Food, clothing. I need to wear things on me to protect me. Clothing. So the 3 basic necessities are food, clothing, and shelter. Food, alimentos, comida. Clothing, my clothes, clothing. And shelter, cobijo. And I suppose when they say food, they include water, because I think water is more important than food. Those are necessities. Now, other things are needs. Love. Affection, respect. Okay, these are needs. Everybody has in life, but they're not basic necessities, okay? So, basically, that's the difference. Okay, helpful, helpless. Is useful, useless. Painful, painless. Careful, careless. Okay. Is this class useful for you? Or is this class useless? Well, if you have a need, if English for you is a need, then I think this class is useful. It's not useless. Okay? Una cosa puede ser útil o bien inútil. If you're talking about an object,